بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بجهادنا 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 سنفتح الصخرة ونمزق الطاغوت والكفرا. بجهادنا سنفتت الصخرة ونمزق الطاغوت والكفرا.
Hey, Bismillah, and just another episode of Exposing Investigate Islam, Mr. Christian Prince. Again, from a psychological analysis, I would say, it seems like he's suffered some kind of damage in terms of maybe his interaction with Muslims. I'm not sure if they upset him somehow. I'm sure, something went on there. There's some kind of damage, trauma, because he's using so much deception and is willing to go to any extent to go against the Muslims. So, that's from what I see just by, his videos and the way he approaches the topics. Closed, his mind is more sealed than anything, than a bank safe, for example. So anyway, let's look at what he said now. He's talking about.
This is Surah 6 verse 38.
Surah 6 verse 38.
Surah actually is very weird. It's very funny.
It's weird and funny, but he doesn't know why.
And what the Surah is saying, there is not an animal that lives in earth, nor being that flees on its wings, but forms part of communities like you. So the animals, there are nations like that, like the human. And what does that mean? He continues saying, nothing have we omitted from the book, and they all shall be gathered to their Lord in the end. So animals will be judged in the judgment day because they are Muslims. So simply, what this verse saying to us, all animals, not only the human, they are believers in God and they are Muslims, and they will be punished for their sin in the judgment day. So maybe one day a chicken will be standing in front of God.
Okay, enough of that. So, number one is, if you look at Surah 6 verse 38, there's no, I think Mr. Investigate Islam is kind of going away from the main issue. He said they're Muslims like you. Well, their communities are like for us, and if you study ecology, you'll find that that's what the science of ecology refers to, animals and to their species, that they're communities. It's called community ecology. You study community of foxes, community of deer, community of so on and so forth. They are nations and communities. If you study behavior, animal behavior, which is a fourth year university course at any university where you major in biology or any other sciences, you'll find that it's community studies of animals. Community, all have to do with community, and they are nation, community, same thing. Right? It's a big thing. You're talking about, the fauna of the animal, the fauna of nature. Everything is, when it talks in that sense, a community. Now, are they Muslims? Animals? Well, again, Mr. Investigate Islam, with his amazing Arabic, scholarship, should know what Islam means, what a Muslim is, someone who submits to Allah. So because Allah created animals, and Mr. Christian Prince is for sure in agreement with that he created the chicken, and he created the worm, and he created the fox, and so on and so forth. Allah created, therefore they are submitted to him. They do only what animals are supposed to. That's the difference between us and them. We have a reason and rationale in terms of picking what's right or wrong. They follow desires and intuitions, right? So if you look at, again, studying into psychology and into biology, you'll find the animals most likely act on intuition. The intuition of, for example, the mother animal, the intuition of defense, the intuition of prey and looking for prey and feeding, and so on, and survival. And these are, something that are built innate into them. Humans also have those, but because of their reasoning, it keeps them in check sometimes, and they can choose, should I do this, should I do that, right? They don't always follow their intuition and desire. So yes, animals are Muslims if you go from the point of view and definition of the fact that they are submitted to God. They're created by God, and they only do what animals are supposed to do, right? Now, are they Muslims as they have a kufi on and they go to the masjid? No. But it seems like Mr. Investigate Islam, thinking that the surah is funny, he's thinking that they're Muslims in that term. I challenge him to bring anywhere where it says that they'll be judged, because it's not said they shall be gathered to their Lord in the end. Now, if you would go through his tafsir and through his amazing, scholarship of the Islam, then he would understand and he would know what the hadith and what the Prophet Muhammad and the scholars have said about that. That yes, everything will be gathered to Allah. Who will be judged? Humans, right? I challenge you to bring anything that says that animals will be judged. The Quran does not say that. Surah 6 verse 38 does not say it. It says they shall be gathered. I challenge you again to bring your proof if you are truthful, or if not, of course, we'll think the opposite of truthful. That's it. Mr. Investigate Islam exposed again. Assalamu alaikum, everyone.